Good afternoon, guys. Welcome back to Maverick Baking and welcome back to another chocolate review. Now, I both love and hate to say this as it's only October at the moment, but it's time to review another Christmas product. Yes, today sees the return of a little festive number. Now, there's nothing inherently Christmassy about this, other than the fact they have made the packaging just insanely colourful with all of your kind of recognisable Christmassy colours, flavours, and there's even some snow-looking stuff on it. So we're going to call it a Christmas product. So today we are going to be talking about a brand new product from Terry's, which is their chocolate orange bar with cranberry. Ooh. Alongside this, I believe they have also released their standard chocolate orange bar in this format, as well as a version with biscuit pieces in it. Now, I haven't been able to find this at all. The bar I have in my hands today was actually given to me by my dad, Father Maverick. It's always good for sourcing the difficult to find chocolate products. So I think it is going to be one that might be a little bit more difficult to find for some of us, but it will be interesting to see if it's worth it when we do. Terry's chocolate orange, if you are from out with the UK or it's been a long time since you've seen one, typically come in the format of a chocolate sphere broken off into segments to replicate an orange. You get the idea. I love it. I think everyone loves it. The novelty never really wears off, to be honest. But today's bar sees not only the addition of cranberries, dried cranberries, it also includes cranberry juice. Now, this is something I've never tasted in chocolate before. So just to be clear, this is a milk chocolate flavoured with real orange oil and cranberry juice from concentrate pieces. Okay, I was wrong. I thought this contained pieces of dried cranberries along with cranberry juice in the chocolate, but instead it seems like they've almost made a kind of cranberry jelly and that's what they're going to be using. Interesting. Still unique, but interesting. So I'm just going to get this opened up. Immediately, I'm very happy to see they've put some effort in actually turning it into an exciting looking bar. They've decided to carry on the segment theme to the chocolate itself, even up to the rind being dotted and spotted like an actual orange peel. Obviously, as you can imagine, if you have ever tasted orange flavoured chocolate, especially if it contains orange oil, it has an absolutely intoxicating smell. The smell of that sweet 2/3 sugar milk chocolate combined with that lovely zesty orange. If this exists in candle format, someone please drop me a link and I will purchase 25 of them. Okay, let's just break off a little chunk and see what we have going on here. So hopefully I can give you a close-up of this, but it looks as if we can see some of those cranberry jelly pieces. I really hope this will focus. It looks like they're going to be little kind of chewy things, as they do look a little bit translucent. I must say I can't smell any kind of dried fruit or fruit jelly smell. Let's see how it tastes. Interesting. The cranberry is so subtle that I think you really have to search for it. You really have to kind of focus your brain on remembering the smell and flavour of cranberry to actually be able to pick it up. The dominant flavour is of course the orange, and a very rich orange flavour, which of course is actually quite kind of natural because they've used the oil. But the cranberry flavour is just almost this kind of scented body lotion, lingering smell, and it doesn't really bring much at all. One thing I absolutely have to comment on is I hate the texture. I absolutely hate the texture. Now, I don't know if it's because of the fact they've put it into a bar format. I don't know if it's the inclusion of the cranberry jelly that's done this, or I don't know if chocolate orange is always this chalky and I only have it once a year and always forget. But this is the kind of thickest, chalkiest, grainiest chocolate I've had in a while. That you wouldn't mind so much if it came with some kind of crunchy inclusion that you had to kind of chew through anyway. But with a bar like this that has that lovely smooth orange flavour, it would be a lot nicer if it could be a chocolate that melted smoothly. For example, if you were to taste the difference between a standard Galaxy bar and a standard Cadbury Dairy Milk bar, while I feel the Cadbury has a more distinctive and better flavour, Galaxy wins on texture every single time. Typically, it's because they do add vegetable fats to give it this kind of artificial smoothness. There is still smoothness. It melts nicely in your mouth to mimic good quality chocolate. Chocolate's main component is cocoa, and a large amount of that is cocoa butter, which is what is supposed to give you that gorgeous melting smoothness, which makes us come back to chocolate. But this is so grainy. You couldn't eat this without chewing it. Chocolate, you should be able to sit on your tongue and just allow it to kind of melt and swallow it. And that's, you can quite viably do that with a decent chocolate bar. This feels like I would have to chew it for it to even change form. I can give you another close-up to see if you'll be able to pick up maybe on some of the graininess, as it does have a kind of grainy appearance alongside those cranberry pieces. Now, as I said, the cranberry is detectable when you put some graft into it, but genuinely, I really don't feel like it adds much to this bar. It almost would have been worth, even though I imagine more expensive, if they had just put actual dried cranberries in there. Dried cranberries are not prohibitively expensive, and they're exported from America and from Canada quite a lot, I think. You see them in a lot of baked goods here. And much like raisins, even though they're not to everyone's taste, they certainly have a very bold, tart, but sweet flavour, which does go well with chocolate, that's undeniable. This, it's just lacking. You can tell there's some other fruitiness in there, but you really would struggle, if not prompted, to be able to tell that that is cranberry over any other ingredient, because the chocolate in its sugariness and that lovely orange flavour overwhelms everything. Just everything. This is an interesting one. It's certainly nothing unpleasant by way of taste, but by texture, it's genuinely quite poor. Quite poor. Unless you were just smashing this into your mouth and watching TV or on a games console or something that was completely taking your mind off of your present self, and you just ate the whole bar in one sitting, you may not notice that textural difference. But when you're just sitting, consuming a square or two at a time, you can really feel that that chocolate is just so It doesn't even feel in my mouth like I've eaten any chocolate. Normally you'll have some kind of very subtle, and it doesn't sound pleasant, but you'll have a subtle kind of coating or lingering texture or flavour from chocolate that you've eaten. That's half the pleasure. Much like coffee, wine, anything. It's supposed to have that lingering flavour that makes you want to come back more and to make you remember it. We're not eating an apple, We've put some cash into it and we want some joy from it. This is gone. It's completely gone from my mouth. I realise I've been talking a lot, but it definitely shouldn't be gone after 4 segments. An interesting one. Taste, fine, but doesn't live up to what it's supposed to be. Texture, poor. So I'm probably not going to recommend this Terry's Chocolate Orange to you unless for some reason you are an absolute rampant fan of orange and cranberry chocolate in this format. I'm going to confidently give this bar a 2 out of 5. An unexpected 2 out of 5. If you guys have tasted this bar, the standard Terry's bar, or even the biscuit version, let me know in the comments below. Let me know what you thought, or let me know which of these you're most excited to try. Or if you're from out with the UK, let me know if this is something you'd be interested in. Buying a whole chocolate orange is definitely a better experience than this, both in financial and calorie investment. If you guys enjoyed today's video, please do consider subscribing. I would love to have you here again. It is always lovely to see you. And, a little like on the video wouldn't hurt on your way out. In the meantime, that is all I have time for today, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you're all staying as safe and healthy as you can. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you for the next one.